Okay, this one's going to be a little edgy. It's about women. It's about all of us, but that's what makes it edgy. So, hang on if you dare. But I'm cool. Anyways, it seems that women are falling out of favor with a lot of men these days. And I'm sure the opposite is true as well. But a big reason why, there's the talk about women versus accountability and all that kind of stuff. And sure. So, first of all, before I launch in, this is not to fuel a gender war. And this is not at all to condemn any sort of person or anything, whatever. But what I like to do, the white blood cell that I am, I like to flush out the Trojan horse. I like to talk nuance around these things that seem so general and blanket. And while, yeah, all the fucking devil in the details that hides in the gimmies, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So that's what I like to talk about. Anyways, so with women. Now, the whole women versus accountability thing, yeah. It doesn't mean that all women now need to be subject to what a male's version of logic is or accountability. I mean, that would be very unfair, right? We wouldn't want to have to answer to every emotional nuance that they would present, would we? Of course not. So it's not to have to do that. It's not a form of discipline or some weird shit like that. It's simply to communicate. Because, and I'll name a couple specifics here. It feels that women, very energetic, very powerful, but so much of their energy is reallocated into the filth mechanism. Because I think we all kind of notice women are very active in the voting booths. Women are very active politically. They like to make a difference and have their little voice be heard. Okay, and I say little not to belittle, but you might compare yourself to our physical prowess. And then, well, I'm going to make up for that by voting in another fucking that. It doesn't matter what you vote for. If you vote, you're an idiot. I just got to tell you. I mean, I've been saying this for years, but I didn't say that. I would just say if you're voting, you are like way out of the loop. But no, now, okay, 2026 style, if you vote, you are a fucking idiot. A fucking idiot. Okay? Anyway, and you're part of the problem. So anyways, aside from that, sorry for the outburst. Women are very active politically. Women are very active in the legal system. Between that and the filthy Jews getting their sticky little fucking fingers all over everything, aside from manipulating the Bibles, they manipulate the fucking legal structure. It's supposed to be balanced, right? But no, it's not. So the filthy Jews infect the minds of women because they're a hive mind and they're very easy to infect on a large scale. This is why when you see cults, it's like one little mastermind, little fuck at the center, a guy, and then like 1,000 women. They're a hive. They behave like it. They act like it. They get brainwashed like it. They're a hive, Anyways, I'm not talking shit. I promise you. I'm not. But I'm calling the nuance. This is a very fine line. Now, some of you that already want to hate me and hate my intensity, you're going to hate me regardless. It doesn't matter what I say, and so that's fine. So I don't care about your opinion. But I really am walking a fine line here because I've been an asshole before. And here's something. If a guy fucks you over, you're like, man, fuck that guy. I don't say, fuck men. But when a woman betrays you, it is easy to say, man, fuck women. They're just all like... And I've made that mistake. I'm sorry. I was wrong. Of course. Like, it's wrong to condemn. We know this, but it happens. Like, when you're caught up in a state of rage and you're feeling so fucking betrayed, it's like, what the fuck? But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And, it's... So... What I'm saying is, I feel, because it's not just me, I don't know if it's epigenetical or if it's just some sort of collective fucking hypnosis that we all get thrown under, but I think it's easier to hate women generally than it is men generally. Because again, if you get fucked over by a guy, you just say fuck him. You don't say fuck all men, but if you get fucked over by a woman, it's really easy. Maybe that's just for a guy, but I've talked to other women about this, and they've said the same thing. It's easier to hate women in general. And so that's something that we all need to kick. Anyways, it's to be fair, because I don't want a few bad fucking apples spoiling the whole bunch. And right now, there's a few really bad women, very small percentage of women, very small, but those cunts are ruining it for the entire gender. And the longer we don't have this conversation about it, the more their entire gender will suffer. And then thus, we will suffer. If you haven't seen it already. If men are suffering, women, you can only do so well. And women, if you're suffering, men, only we can do so well. We can be exponentially more than what we are now. We are in the midst of a fucking spiritual war unlike any other. And a gender war is just one little fucking facet of it. And that is how they're conquering and dividing us. So, is it more important to you to hang on to your fucking brainwashed fucking AI, archontic, demonic, fucking antichrist programming of the fucking filth that you've been seeing through your fucking airwaves? Or are you willing to have the conversation? Because as disgusted with you as I am, humanity, I will still fight to the death for you, because I know that I can't die. You might not know that, but I know that. That's why I'm coming here again and again, until you fucking learn. You know? Jesus Christ. Literally. Anyways, that's what I'm talking about. Trying to be fair here. We want to invoke the synergy that we have. Wonder Team Power Activate kind of thing. We are way more than what we think we are. But until we have that conversation, we're not really going to get anywhere. And it's still going to take a little bit. But I feel that we can do it. Because I'm hoping that you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And now you've been oppressed enough to claim your space, to claim your sovereignty. You've had enough of this fucking satanic invasion, replacing the haystack of humanity, needle by needle, policy by policy. Are you done with it? We'll leave it at that. Talk soon.